Welcome to Mishna study of the Masechet Peah. We're starting Peah. Over here in this Perek in this Mishnah, we're going to speak about Leket, and speaking about Leket over here of grain, a person's grain, they got mixed up with Leket, right? So now, how does he separate the two? How does he differentiate and now separate his grain from with Leket? If he did it intentionally, if he did it unintentionally, that's what we're going to speak about in this Mishnah. Kadish lelukah tahtav, kol hanogeot ba'aretz, harehin shel aniyim. רוח שפיזרה את העומרים, עומדים אותה כמה לקט היא ראויה לעשות, ונותן לעניים. רבן שמעון בן גמליאל אומר, נותן לעניים נפלא. So if you have a gadish, you have a pile of, a straw of everything, right? Just a pile of your shibolim, right? Of your straw. Shelaluka tahtav. What happened was you didn't take the leket from underneath it. There were certain grains that fell underneath on your field, and you decided to just go ahead and put your pile of wheat right on top of that. So now there's, on the bottom layer, there is going to be some leket over there. So now we say, Kol hanog'ot ba'aretz harehin shel aniyim. Anything that's touching the ground belonged to the aniyim. Right? That's way more than the actual leket that there was. But over here, we're going to fine him. It's more of a punishment for not separating the leket, not cleaning the leket off the ground before he piled his own stockpile over there. And therefore, we're going to fine him. And now anything that's touching the ground belongs to the aniyim. Harambam goes even further in the Hibur, in the Mishna Torah, saying even if you went ahead and put a pile of wheat on top of barley, right? Even so, right? You know that the leket is a different mean. The leket's the barley, right? For example, over there, even so, anything that's touching the ground, even if it's wheat, we're going to have to give that to the aniyim. Now, next case. Over here now, you had bundles, and wind came, and it just dispersed them, right? It scattered them out. And all of these grain now got mixed in with the leket. Now, this is not his fault. He didn't do this purposely. This is anus over here. So over here in this case, omdinota, we estimate how much leket this field, right, that the omarim now, that these bundles just blew over, right? How much leket would this field have provided for an ani? And how much is that, right? We say estimate what it is. Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel Omer, Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel comes and says, Noten aniyim nifla. We give the aniyim nifla. Right? What's nifla? That's the set amount of what a person would plant in that area. Right? So this seems like and Rambam ends off, en halacha Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. Halacha is not like Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. Rather, we estimate how much the field would have been able to give. Right, so that really sums up this Mishnah, right? It depends whether it's intentional or not intentional. If it's intentional, he gets fined, then he has to give the whole bottom layer, whatever's touching the ground. If it was a wind came and blew his bundles, then we estimate how much this field would be able to give. And Harambam ends off saying halacha is not like Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. So that's the end of the Mishnah. I would point out over here, though, that in the Hibur, in the Mishneh Torah, so Harambam, when he's posek the halacha, when he speaks about the haruach pizrat omarim, and it gets mixed in, so he says, omdin et hasadeh kama leket hidu ya la'asot v'noten la'aniyim mipnei shezeones. We estimate how much the field would have provided of leket, and we give that to the aniyim because he was anus. And now he continues though. V'chamahu shi'ur zeh. How much is this, shi'ur, this estimation? Arba'a kabin tivu'a lechol bet kor. 4 kab of tivu'ah for every bet kor. It comes out to 1/180. Right? If you go through the whole measurement, we'll go through that another time. But it comes out to 1/180. It's about a little under than 0.5%. A little more than 0.5%. The only thing over here, and the Kesef Mishnah points it out, is that when he gives this shi'ur, that's 4 kab for every bet kor, the Yerushalmi speaks about that shi'ur. That's Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel's opinion. So it seems like Harambam over here is being posek like both. Is being posek like Tanakama where we estimate the field how much it is, and how much is that estimation. He actually gives the exact precise measurement that Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel gave, at least the way the Yerushalmi is understanding Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. And it seems like from here that Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel is not being cholek on Tanakama in our Mishnah, rather he is explaining Tanakama. And that's at least the way Rambam understands it in the Mishneh Torah. Seemingly he is Hozerbo, right? Seemingly he retracted from his Perush in the Mishnah, where in the Mishnah he clearly says that halacha is not like Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel. So I just thought that would be interesting to point out. Just another little side note, when it came to Noten Ani Mifla, Rambam says it's the amount that a person plants in the field. If you look at Bartenura over here, he's going to say it's the set amount that a person harvests. It's also just a slight little difference. Yeah, that's all for our Mishnah.